Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thank you for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we talk about music, records, do record reviews, interviews, and much more. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Bria Skonberg's latest album called What It Means on the Cellar Music label. If you guys missed the interview that I did with Corey Weeds about 34 weeks ago, go back and check that out. He is the owner of Cellar Music as well as a saxophone player. It was a very, very interesting conversation if you want to learn a little bit about what it means to own a music label, specifically jazz. That's a very engaging conversation. He gives us a lot of information about that. So go back and check that out. Also, if you missed the 2-hour interview with Vladimir Shafranov, who plays on this album that I also did a review on, go check that out. A lot of interesting stories by Vladimir. And also coming up tomorrow, interview with David Hellbach, who put out this album called Austrian Syndicate, fantastic jazz fusion record. If you missed the review I did on that, go check it out. Awesome album if you're into jazz fusion. And again, that interview is tomorrow at 4 o'clock. On Sundays, I will be dropping interviews when I have them. If I don't have an interview for that week, I'll just drop another record review. That keeps my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday drops every week going, and gives you guys a regular schedule to follow. And then I keep Tuesdays and Thursdays open for other types of videos if I happen to have them, like live streams and so forth. So today, this is the review I will be doing. Wonderful album. I've been listening to this for over a month now in my car streaming, and it is a fun record to listen to. A great listen all the way through. Bria Skonberg is a vocalist, trumpet player, composer who was born in British Columbia, who now lives in New York City. She's been around for a little while, but very popular at jazz festivals such as New Orleans Jazz Festival, Monterey, Newport, Monterey. She has been said that as being one of the most versatile and imposing musicians of her generation by the Wall Street Journal. Performed with a lot of artists such as John Batiste, Wycliffe Jordan, U2, has played with the American Pops and Vancouver Symphony Orchestra. So we're going to talk a little bit more about her studies, just a little bit, and we're going to get into this album again on the Cellar Music label, which is based out of Vancouver. This vinyl just hit the market. I think the actual album came out in July of this year, I believe, and on CD. But these vinyl records just hit the streets, and they're limited edition, I believe. So I don't know how many were made. I'm guessing probably 300 to 500 in that range. So I would definitely pick them up if you're interested, because once these are gone, they're gone. So, all right, I'm going to open this up. If you want, this is, a trip back to New Orleans, really. Very bluesy record. She has one original on here, I believe. And also, you should be aware that the vinyl record version has 8 songs on it, while the CD has 11. So if you want all the music, you either have to stream it or get the CD. And they changed the running order, of course, for the record. It does come with poly sleeve here. All right. And you get pretty much just a regular jacket here. Let me see if I can get I never usually leave the wrapper on these because it pulls the corners eventually and starts folding in the corners. So I don't like leaving them in the plastic. I'd rather just stick it in a sleeve. But there's your jacket. Very simple jacket. So, all right, let's get into the record. Let me clean it off. We're going to drop it on the turntable as we always do, so you guys can have a listen for yourself. You don't have to rely on me just describing it. Here's your record. Now, Bria was introduced to jazz back in her public school days. And there was also a local festival, I guess, in Chilliwack, which is her hometown. And she earned a degree in jazz music, jazz trumpet performance for Capilano University in Vancouver. She also studied independently with an Austrian cornetist, Simon Stribling, and she performed for 4 years with Canada's King of Swing, Dow Richards, which was, looks like after she graduated, she performed with that band. All right, so we're just cleaning this off with some distilled water. She's also very extensively involved in jazz education and does a lot of jazz workshops and things like that. So she's the founder and director of the New York Hot Jazz Camp. She's participated at the Tea Garden Jazz Camp, Centrum Jazz Camp, Jerry Allen Jazz Camp, Junior Jazz Academy. She's done a lot of educational concerts. So she likes to be involved in that kind of stuff, which is fantastic. 2018, Lincoln Center sought out her leadership for a tribute to the first integrated all-female big band, the International Sweethearts of Rhythm, and launched her group Sisterhood of Swing. All right, let's drop this on. We got a heavy New Orleans flavor to this record, and we have her vocals on this record, which are very nice. If you like the kind of New Orleans rootsy sound, I think you're going to dig this record. Pleasant listen all the way through. All right, here we go. First tune is an instrumental. Comes Love. So again, very, very take you back to New Orleans type of feel. Talk a little bit about where this was recorded. Sounding records so far. Called Comes Love. Here's your song selection. Really nice mix. Got a lot of things going on in both speakers, so it's a really nice spread. Nice sound stage. Nice. Piano sounds good. Bass sounds nice. It has a pretty good resonance and pretty decent depth for a a modern digital recording, I think. This sounds really nice. Yeah, everything sounds really nice. This was recorded at Esplan Studios in New Orleans, February 17th through the 18th, 2023. All the tunes are arranged by Bria. All of them are cover tunes. You got a Van Morrison tune on it, for example, Louis Armstrong. Beautiful Boy by Lennon's on here. And then one of her own songs as well. So Christopher Allen, I don't know who that is, did a very good job of recording this, being the engineer. Also mixed and mastered this record. It sounds very good. I'm digging it. Very nice so far. Next tune called Sweet Pea, New Orleans type tune again with nice vocals. You get to hear her vocals on this tune, which I think sound fantastic. It's a very accessible, listenable record. Ranging from 3.5 minutes up to around 7-minute tunes.
Apple of my eye. Don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep coming home. But sweet pea, what's this all about? Don't get your way, all you do is fuss and pout. But you're the only reason I keep coming home.
So the record's flat, and it's been quiet. Seems to be a decent pressing.
To falter and the words just get in the way. I know I'm gonna crumble. I'm trying to stay humble, but I never think before I say, sweet pea, keeper of my soul. I know sometimes I'm out of control, but you're the only reason I keep coming home.
Her vocals sound really nice, you know. Yeah, if you like this kind of music, don't miss this one out. I mean, I think this is going to be a pretty good seller, personally. Nice. Guitar sounds really cool over here. He plays a lot of tasty licks and things throughout this album and really adds a lot. Don Vappy's the guitar banjo player. Chris Pattishaw on piano. Grayson Brockham on acoustic bass. Herlin Riley on drums and percussion.
I'm like the rock of Gibraltar. I always seem to falter and the words just get in the way. Oh, I know I'm gonna crumble. I'm trying to stay humble, but I never think before I say, sweet pea, keeper of my soul.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this to come in for a while, and I'm really happy with this. Again, listening to it on streaming for 4 or 5 weeks at least. I've really been enjoying it, waiting for the vinyl pressing. Awesome sounding. Nice. So I'll let the next song a little bit play. Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans? And let's take a look, listen to that here, and then we'll flip the record over. Again, nice guitar sound.
Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? To miss it each night and day. I know I'm not wrong.
All the vocals sound nice and warm.
Feelings getting stronger.
So with this record,
The longer I stay away.
you know, you have a 4.5 minute tune, 3 minutes and 40 seconds, 4 minutes and 12 seconds, 7 minutes,
where mockingbirds used
6 minutes and 51 seconds, 3 minutes and 23 seconds, 4 minutes and 44 seconds, and 5.5 minutes.
the lazy misses.
So these are very nice arrangements. It's focused on the song, on the tune. It's very listenable. It's not focused on the soloist per se. So for those of you that are, you know, wanting to hear big extended solos, that's really not what this record's about. Although there's a lot of tasty playing on it, and there's enough time to make your musical statement on with your solo that it's played here with the various instruments. They do a very good job, and it's just a very, very, to me, listenable album with a lot of tasty playing on it. And for those of you that like this bluesy New Orleans sound, I think you're gonna love this record.
When that's where you left your heart. There's one thing more. I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans.
Trumpet sounds wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over, and we'll get a listen to a tune or two off the other side. Again, I'm really enjoying this record. This is a really nice sounding album. Her vocals sound fantastic. Nice tasty trumpet playing. You've got contributions by some other musicians on here that play the, you know, soprano sax on tune, tenor sax, bass clarinet, trombone. So this right here is The Beat Goes On.
Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain. La-di-da-di-dee. La-di-da-di-da.
Kind of a little bit of a different feel, but there's still that.
Charleston was once the rage, History has turned the page, The miniskirts, the current thing, Dindy Bopper is the newborn king, And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. Drums keep pounding rhythm to the
Again, a nice warm sound. The bass is nice and round and full.
The grocery stores, the supermarket,
Nice.
Little girls still break their hearts,
A lot of reviews coming up. A lot of jazz stuff coming up.
Keep on marching off to
This one will be coming up. Been looking forward to this one. Got some Dave Liebman coming up.
And the beat goes on. Yeah, the beat goes on.
All kinds of stuff down here that's coming up for review.
Keep pounding rhythm to the brain.
Some Blue Notes.
La-di-da-di-dee.
Got
La-di-da-di-da.
Herbie Nichols. This will be coming up. All kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. really nice sounding record. I'm very impressed. You can't tell by now. A lot of tasty solos, you know. I think people that are new to jazz will really like this. This is something that kind of, to me, very rootsy, ground floor entryway into jazz. Wonderful playing here, but it's one of those records where people that have listened to pop music their whole lives will be able to get into a jazz album, to me, that they'll just enjoy listening to. And again, a lot of great playing for those who've been listening to jazz for a long time. They will really appreciate it and enjoy it. Just a great listen all the way through. And again, the production on this, the engineering and production, the mixing and mastering, very impressive. I think this sounds very good. One of the longer tunes on the album. Alright folks, I appreciate you guys joining me. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, sharing the videos with other people, leaving your comments. When you do it, you know, as you guys know, I did the review of the Velvet Underground. It got completely blocked when I tried to play the music like I usually do with these reviews. And, you know, most of the time they get demonetized, which is fine with me. I'm not looking to make any money on this, even though these are fair use videos. But I'm glad that hopefully it gets this music out to people that ordinarily wouldn't hear it. As small as my channel is, even if only 100 or 150, 200 people watch the video and a few people go out and buy the record, to me, that makes me happy. So I'm just glad to be able to share these kind of recordings with you guys, play them for you. And I appreciate you guys participating in this channel. And so here we go. This Van Morrison, Days Like This. We'll close out the video with it.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this.
Giving a little New Orleans.
When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. When everything falls into place, like the flick of a switch. My mama told me,
cool record.
There'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this. When no one's in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When you don't get betrayed by that old Judas, so my mama told me, there'll be days like
I'm listening to this on a Fluence with RT85 with the Ordofon Blue through a Shit Money preamp into Yamaha HS8 speakers. I always like to tell everybody what I'm listening to the music through. Sometimes I forget. I know I sound like a broken record. Alright folks, happy listening to you all, and we'll talk to you later on.